Welcome to this edition of ATV News.
It's been an issue my whole career.
There's a national shortage of air traffic controllers. We'll show you how Utah State is helping.
I need to soak my face in milk.
And you would too if you ate these. We'll show you why this is named Utah State's hottest event.
Record high temperatures creating dangerous avalanche conditions. What areas to watch for and a look at if temperatures will stay.
Utah State didn't secure that #1 spot in the Mountain West, but they did pull through in other ways. I'm Kesley Kincaid with your sports update.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
The campus of Utah State University in Logan, Utah. The Department of Journalism and Communication presents the award-winning newscast, ATV News.
Our feelings go out to these poor families and the aviation community that are involved with these situations. We feel the impact here in Logan.
Last week, a passenger plane crashed into an Army helicopter in Washington, D.C., leaving 67 people dead. Salvage crews are still cleaning up the wreckages. Welcome to this edition of ATV News. I'm Kelly Winter.
And I'm Laura White. There is a national shortage of air traffic controllers, an issue highlighted by the crash in D.C. Utah State's Aviation Department is helping students become better pilots by understanding more about air traffic control through a new academic minor.
Logan Cache Airport.
Here at Logan Airport, students fly out and practice in the air. The new air traffic control minor will help students receive pilot training and understand how air traffic control works. One assistant professor says teaching aviation students why air traffic control works the way they do will help them reduce mistakes. He says his pilots are a team and the idea is to ensure safety in the skies.
I firmly believe that knowledge is power. And these young pilots already have a lot of skills, but they really don't know the other side, and that's air traffic control.
These airplanes at the Salt Lake City Airport get directed all across the nation every day amidst insufficient air traffic controllers. According to the latest data from Federal Aviation Administration, the number of controllers increased last year and is now around 14,000. Despite this, Weidel says 98% of air control facilities are understaffed.
We're having record-breaking temperatures and people are taking advantage of them. People were walking around campus without jackets yesterday and some had on short sleeves. People were sitting on the grass and the high was 67 degrees. U.S. climate data says the average temperature for February is 37 degrees. The last 3 days we've hit temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Those are average temperatures we typically see in April. Let's take a live look at the quad to see what it looks like today. As you can see, there's no snow on the quad and the sun is shining. And you can see that blue sky. The storm we had this morning is cleared up. These above average temperatures and the rain-soaked snow is causing dangerous avalanche conditions in the backcountry. The Utah Avalanche Center posted considerable danger for avalanches in the area. There have been 5 reported avalanches in Cache Valley since Sunday. One of those is on the slope of the Wellsville Range, in Crescent Lake, 3 places in Logan Canyon, 1 near Beaver Creek, 1 below Temple Fork, and 1 near Tony Grove. The Utah Avalanche Center posted warnings for if you're heading out to the backcountry.
How well could you handle a hot wing that makes you reach for a glass of milk? I went to an interview-style game show here at Utah State that tests the contestants' heat tolerance while answering questions sent in by students. How spicy is too spicy?
I could not take it for my stomach.
Utah State University's School of Graduate Studies hosted what they call the hottest event on campus.
Dude, I'm still feeling it. It's still all over where my lips are at.
Hot Takes is a game show where a panel of USU figures are answering questions while eating hot wings that get spicier each round.
I need to soak my face in milk.
This is where USU hosts their spiciest event on campus. But can you take the heat? Let's dig in.
That's a good. Ooh. Man, you guys are making me hungry.
Students Jake Russell and Sarah Pope were the night's hosts.
Made the contestants eat hot wings and suffer.
But Jake would have rather been eating the wings.
Oh my gosh, I was so jealous. I was looking at the wings all night. I started eating some of Jamie's. And I tried some of the sauces. I was so hungry the whole time.
The audience got to experience the heat as well. Dining services sold chicken nuggets and put out hot sauces of all different levels, including the hottest sauce called Da Bomb.
When they got to the bomb, I was a little scared.
How's the heat? It's coming. It's coming.
The panel's answers were judged off of audience applause. Jamie Parker won with the loudest cheering section. She was named Extinguisher of Flames and received the dining service's greatest of all time trophy.
I really think I couldn't have done it unless I had my friends in the crowd that cheered for my answers.
Wing was so hot. Joining us at the desk is Isabella Irwin with ATV Weather.
You know, speaking of hot, the weather's been a little toasty these days. Is that going to continue?
Yeah, it's been really warm lately. We'll take a look at the temperatures coming up. Look at those snow-capped mountains we have after last night's storm. The current temperature is 47 degrees.
It's not something you get to do and practice as much at home.
Utah's known for its snow and ski slopes. We'll show you skiing with a western spin on it coming up.
Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, have a good time. To motivate some magic, to change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall, and make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Let's take a look at our national radar. As we can see, we have some storms up in some of these northern states and in the Midwest region. We're also looking at some precipitation up in the Pacific Northwest. We want to keep an eye on that as it moves east and might start affecting some of our northern Utah weather. Let's take a look at our state radar. As we can see, we have some storms down in Provo and a little bit up in Salt Lake. We'll be seeing some of that rain and snow this week. Now moving to our 7-day forecast. We can see that on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're getting a little bit chillier and we're going to see some snow and rain. And as we move further into the week, we're seeing some colder temperatures still, with lows in the lower 10s and highs in the lower 30s. Back to you at the desk, Laura.
Thanks, Isabella. Art that has been cut from the walls of a previous Native American boarding school in Brigham City is now on display at the Nor Eccles Harrison Museum of Art. There are 3 parts to the gallery. This art was cut from the walls of the dorms from the Intermountain Intertribal Indian School. The murals were painted with supplies from art teachers and the permission from administration to decorate the walls. Curators of the NEMA say it was a way for the students to express how they felt about being at the school.
Spoke to the experience of the students that lived there. It was one of kind of the last objects that we had that reflected their identity.
The other room in the exhibition is photographs taken by artist Sheila Nadimi. These photos document the architecture, art, and changes to the school buildings after it closed. The final room documents the history of the school museum. Creators say the exhibition will be open until the end of the year.
Here's a sport you don't see every day, skiing plus horses. They say it's one of the oldest Western sports around, and it made its debut here in Cache Valley. Ski joring is a team sport where a skier is pulled by a horseman around a track. The fastest time wins. Organizers say the track is made specifically for each competition. These competitions are held all around Utah, but it's the first time it's come to Cache Valley. They say the weather doesn't stop them from competing.
sunny, it's been rainy, it's been a blizzard. We've had no snow, we've had too much snow, we've had all of it. So we actually have our own snowmaking thing now. So we've been blowing snow up here in Cache Valley for almost 2 weeks.
Organizers say the track held up well despite the rain from the night before. The crowd watched teams from all different ages and ski levels compete for belt buckles, caches, and other prizes. That ski drawing looks like it takes so much coordination. Joining us here at the desk is Kesley Kincaid from ATV Sports.
Kesley, you ride horses, right?
Yes, actually I do, and I have always wanted to try skidoring. I actually feel like it's a sport I'd be pretty good at. Coming up in sports.
Pretty ugly. So there's going to be nights where you got to win ugly.
Coming up, I'll show you what the Aggies had to do to secure the win against UNLV. I'll also tell you what USU track did that made school history.
The annual Prince and Princess Party is coming up here in Logan. We'll take a look at last year's festivities.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
The surplus store. Someone's trash is about to be my treasure.
We have cords and cables here. We have bags full of towels and sheets. Do you want this fold-up mattress? Because we don't.
We got keyboards, paint cans, whatever this is, typewriters, computer monitors.
It's destiny on the line, and we want you at surplus.
Products are not guaranteed to work. All sales are final. This commercial is not endorsed by Utah State.
That is number 21, Auden Gadaretzi with the alley-oop from Dayton Albury for USU to take the lead. Welcome to ATV Sports. I'm Kesley Kincaid. We're going to take you all the way back to last Wednesday night when Utah State's men's basketball took on UNLV at home. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. Graduate student Ian Martinez threw up a sharp three-pointer from the line. Dexter Acano dives on the loose ball and passes it to number 5, Jordy Barnes, for a clutch three-point shot. UNLV answered back with a quick steal by number 1, Jalen Hill. Then, number 10, Jaden Henley gets the putback layup after a lot of back and forth. The final score, UNLV 71, Utah State 76. The Aggies also took on a Saturday night game against the New Mexico Lobos. And this game was not just about winning, but securing that number 1 spot in the Mountain West. In the first half, number 13, Dayton Albury drives in for a layup and gets the foul. Next, graduate student Drake Allen drives to the right for a tough layup, and then comes back for this three-pointer right here. New Mexico's True Washington fired back with this basket. Nelly Jr. gets the offensive rebound and puts it back up 4-2. In the second half, Dayton Albury passes it to Mason Falslip, who hits the mid-range shot. Dexter Acano gets the rebound and puts it back in for a layup. Number 2, Donovan Dent gets past the Utah State defenders with a crossover and lays it in. Dent then hits a clutch mid-range shot. This is Utah State's 3rd loss of the season. The final score, New Mexico 82, Utah State 63. Utah State remains 2nd in the Mountain West. They will travel to play the Fresno State Bulldogs on Friday at 8 p.m. Utah State women's basketball is currently ranked 11th in the Mountain West. They take on UNLV tonight at home for a pink-out game. In track, Utah State earned 19 podium finishes and posted 12 performances that rank in the top 10 of school history at the University of Washington last week. USU women's tennis traveled to Montana for a match against South Dakota. South Dakota women's tennis took the victory, defeating Utah State 4-3. Utah State is back on the road to the University of Utah for a match on Friday. USU gymnastics fell short to Boise State on Friday. Utah State did take home the win on Saturday at their meet against Sacramento State. USU's next meet is on Friday at home for Spectrum Magic against San Jose State. You're all caught up on ATV Sports. Back to you at the desk, Laura.
Thanks, Kesley. If you want to meet your favorite fairy tale characters, the Prince and Princess Party is coming up. At the party, kids meet and take pictures with their favorite characters. If they get hungry, light snacks are served. There's crafts, activities, and of course, the Royal Ball, where you dance with your favorite prince and princesses. The Family Place Utah puts on this party every year. These are some moments from last year's party. Tickets are still available this year. Prince and Princess Party. The Family Place will hold the party on Saturday at Castle Manor from 10 to 3.
Thank you for watching this edition of ATV News.
You can watch this and other editions on our Facebook page.
We'll leave you with another look at ski joring.
Have a great week, Cache Valley.